What's up everybody, this is ECK Electronics Comedy Knowledge, and today I'm going to show you how to make the Luger from World War II. It was the German semi-automatic handgun. So I'm also going to do a giveaway with the foam gun. So all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and text me on Kick, and then give me your address and I'll pick from all of you guys who want that, and I'll have my Kick in the description. Go to that, just kick me, and I will choose one of you guys for me to give you. I think I'm going to give out probably 2 or 3, so I'll announce it in the next video who won. I'm probably going to give it 2 weeks, so it'll be in the next couple of videos, and I will send them to you hopefully pretty soon. So, it's Detroit. Okay guys, so what you're gonna need is a pen to write with on the foam. You know, regular pen. Doesn't need to be really good. Sandpaper. Make sure it's very fine. That one, actually, I changed it later because it's not fine enough. You need a really, really fine one. A snap knife. Pretty sharp. And some extra blades. And you can get them pretty cheap at Lowe's. Like 10 of them for like $2 or something. Pretty cheap. Then you're going to need a picture. You can have one that's 2D and 3D if you want. Then just, you know, trace it with like some light somehow. I'm sure you'll find a way. Trace that out. Okay, and then you're gonna need, you know, the foam that you get at Lowe's, really cheaply. I'm using the, I don't know how thick it is. It's not very thick though. I think it's probably like an inch. For bigger guns, you're probably gonna need a lot more. So what you're gonna do is cut it out now. Just cut the outside out. Some of the outside parts you might want to just like leave for later and then glue them on there later. Okay, now, you know, draw that out on the foam, just like you did in the Colt 1911, if you did that. Now just cut it out. Don't worry about, you know, sanding the edges now. You're just going to want to cut out the basic form of the gun, so it's going to look really 2D, but throughout this whole entire video you're going to see it morphing into its shape, and it's just super cool. Yeah, so I tried to sand there and it did not work, so you're going to need a really fine sandpaper. Okay, so once you've cut out all of those pieces, it doesn't need to be completely exact, so you can always add some with the glue gun, which you're also going to need is a glue gun. If I didn't say that, I did not, I don't think. A glue gun. Yeah, a glue gun you will need. Okay, now just cut out that little part on the barrel. I just shaved it down kind of square first, and then I'm really just, you can pretty much just sand that whole thing down until it's pretty smooth and round, I guess. And also do that with that little barrel end part. The trigger too. The trigger is tricky because you do not want to cut it, because if you do, it does not look anywhere as good with glue on the trigger. I mean, the trigger guard, or I don't know what to call it. Okay, so once you do that, you maybe want to sand that. That's probably the hardest part out of the whole entire gun. Okay, cut that upper half up. If you can see that, there's like an upper place, and just trace that. And what you're gonna do is don't cut into it, just cut a little bit into it. Then you're just gonna kind of shave the top layer of that, so it gives it more of a 3D look. And you're just gonna shave that. And you don't want to cut deep. You do not want to cut deep when you're, you know, just a little bit, maybe like 1 millimeter. I don't know. Not very deep at all. You're gonna want to do that on both sides. On both sides, go through the trigger, go with all of that, everything to the top of it. Don't touch the barrel or anything. That's pretty obvious. Okay, so once you have that all cut out, what you want to do then is get your glue gun hooked up, probably. You want to sand down that part to make it smooth, and that's when that's the smooth sandpaper that I got. Sand down the barrel too. See me doing that right there. Sand down that part. Okay. Now you're gonna cut out like all those little pieces. I'm just cutting out the. I think it's like right before the trigger. There's some little, I guess, triangle thing or something. Then cut out that little square that goes on the side. You're gonna cut that in half, and then you basically just cut it. And then I cut out it so it's like a, I don't know, it's like a square with things on it. You can see there that I put the one down. It's kind of like go around and you kind of cut in on an angle. Glue that on there. Cut out all those little pieces. I'm cutting out the bottom piece right now. Oh no, I'm cutting out the you know, that the grip part, grip pieces that you put on there. So you're just gonna cut that out, trace that on a piece of foam, cut that out, cut it out 2D just like you did with the regular gun, except this is by itself. Okay, so once you get that cut out, cut it in half. Cut it in half as flat as you can be. Glue it on there, and you're gonna glue it on there 2D. That part is not glued on there right there, so don't be worried. I did not glue it on like that. Okay, so you're gonna sand it down. Sand it down. This is gonna be most sand part. You're gonna sand it. You're gonna sand it down a lot. Glue it on there. I think mine was a little thick, so just cut it down when it's on the gun. It'll be a lot easier to, you know, figure the size and width and everything like that. It's just a lot easier. So sand it down again once you've cut it. That part you really just gotta do it by eye. You can't really, you know, it's pretty much an eye thing. Then I cut out the cutting out like the little parts on the barrel, not the barrel, the guard right there. See, just cut it out. You just want to cut the barrel, the trigger guard down so it's a little bit thinner, you know, not thinner, but you know, as you can see, I just cut it down a little bit. Right there, I'm cutting out that little top part. I don't know, it's kind of like a curve, and you're gonna do the same thing that you did with where you put the hand grip part. As you see right there, how it's kind of just indented a little bit right there. That's what's gonna make it look really, really nice. And I also put some little marks in it right there. It looks pretty nice. You're just gonna cut out all those little pieces. I think right now I'm cutting out the safety part. I'm pretty sure. And now I'm just making lines in it. It'll make it look a little nicer. You know, really, you can do whatever you want. You can make it look artistic, steampunk. That's where you get creative with it. And I probably will do that later. I'm cutting out those little holes in the top. Put them in there. You can see that. You're going to want to make those kind of thin. Just glue them on there. And what I did to make that small little indented hole in the middle is I just, you know, kind of poked it with the end of the glue gun. So now what you're going to do is get some toothpicks. Just one toothpick, pretty much all you need. Poke it right there and put the safety thing on it. And you're just going to cut it through. Okay, guys, so what do you want next? Comment what you want next, and see you later, bros.